both of you at one point agreed on the change of regime.
Yeah, that was a poll. Now we have Sol.
Okay. Now, we are 62, 63 weeks away from the D-Day. Also, Macron is going home, I think, next year, thereabout, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And also we have our outgoing president, William Ruto. And many other countries will be voting, just like they've been voting. We saw the re-election of our friend Yoweri Kaguta Museveni the 7th time. The question is, the youth of Africa, because Africa is our home. We just reside in Kenya. That's how I put it. The youth of Africa need to redefine their own forward summit. How do we craft the democracies that you're going to live in and with for the next 20, 30, 40 years? Because the freedom came in the 60s. Then the democratic space came in the 90s, you know? But here we are. I'm sure we all agree we need economic liberation. That's the revolution we are in as a country, as a continent. It's taking different shapes and forms at different pace depending on the country. Namibia has led with trying to deal with their debts. You know, Mozambique, everybody is there trying to deal with their tuna bond. And everybody else is coming up and saying, you know, you saw the west part of the continent, ejecting the French, as you're saying. There's been discourse. Across the continent, we have so many conflict areas, but the people who continue to suffer are the youthful, the young, and also our resources continue to be plundered and exploited. So at what point are we going to converge and have our own youth summit, not necessarily physically, but ideologically, such that when we call for change of regime, it is a principle, issue, policy-based and driven conversation. We can disagree and agree to agree at the same time. But at what point are we going to converge ideologically and say, it's not about the party that you belong to. It's not about the crumbs you get from the political formation you're in. But it's about realizing that if we do not secure our future now, we are guaranteeing ourselves to be exploited, extracted for the next 20, 10, 40 years.
I think when you speak like that, you speak to the converted. Looking at the TIFA polls that were released yesterday, and 76% of disapproval going to William Ruto is a disapproval rating that has never been seen before. And when we are even talking about Jomo Kenyatta, as Kasmuel mentions it, that former generation, I like to applaud him for what he did to Kenya in the years gearing towards 1963. I have been to Southern African countries and I have seen the scars of apartheid, and you will see the colorism, the colored, the blacks, the whites, and those scars are still there amongst the African people of Southern Africa. When a South African parliament sits, first of all, they discuss who is black, who is white, and who is colored, before they talk about education, before they talk about healthcare, before they talk about national security. They talk about the colors of their skin. We have the privilege as a Kenyan nation not to have such conversations in our parliament. When we debate on other issues, but not about color and race. And when we talk about countries who visited and who came from West African nations, and Kasmuel mentions them, they came out of courtesy of William Ruto. It is like if Kasmuel today invited me to his graduation or for his wedding, if he's getting married soon.
God forbid.
Then I will go. I'll go and support him. Not because
out of courtesy.
Out of courtesy as a member of my generation, I'll go. But not because I believe in his ideology. The West African presidents who came here came because they are bosom buddies with William Ruto. If Samia Suluhu is seen around William Ruto, you know, the government of Kenya and the government of Tanzania, G to G is an aspect of gangster to gangster. And when we see William Ruto surrounded by other countries like France, hold on, my brother. When we see William Ruto being surrounded by any country like France, that one is just another gangster being recruited to his fold.
In the interest of time.
So, as I conclude, Our generation is convinced that we are at the wrong place and at the wrong time. All we want is honesty. Let's just be honest. If PPP is Ruto public-private, let's just let it be clear.
Okay.
That's why we are offering ourselves to leadership. I desire to be in the next parliament as a woman rep for Kiambu County, and I will deliver the representation that is needed and that is lacking